I don't know who the echo is over there, but I want to tell you, we started out, I think, 90 people, and I think we only lost about 8 or 7 or something like that. And I am just so elated. I'm going to cry. I am so appreciative of all of you coming, because I know with a hurricane and new wife with nasty husbands like me, it's very difficult to do these things. But thank you so much for coming out. Yes. Karen said, I told her I wanted to say a few words. She said, how long are you going to talk? I said, well, about 40, 50 minutes. She said, you can't do that to me. You can't do that. She's those people who put their face in the dish, in their dishes and they'll fall asleep. I said, no. All the booze that we're spending and the food that we gave them, they better not fall asleep. Anyway, thank you again for coming. But, I don't know if some of you are old enough to know George Burns, the comedian. Yeah, you young people don't. But George Burns, when he was about 93, how are you doing, Sean? 93 or 94, some guy came up to him and said, Mr. Burns, what do you owe your long period of life to? And George said, well, it's 3 things. He said, first, a good cigar, and he always had a cigar. He was doing his work then. And he said, a good cigar, and he said, good scotch, and he said, good sex. Oh, everyone likes that. Anyway, George, just one more thing about George, I have a comment. Is anyone asleep yet? One more thing about George. All the younger people now, you have your comedians, and every other word's a 4-letter word, it's all expletive, and that's part of the humor. George Burns was the last person, one of the last people who was a comedian, and everyone laughed at him, and he never swore. Never heard a swear word expletive come out of this thing. Anyway. Bullshit. Must be one of my sons. Anyway, there's 2 things George didn't say that I think I could add. And that is, he didn't say the importance of family. Oh, I'm going to cry here. He didn't say the importance of family. And that is so important in my life anyway. And the other thing is old friends. I don't mean old age-wise. I mean people you've known for 50, 60, years like that. Not many of us have that kind of friendship.
Yeah, that's old.
That is old. That's a granddaughter. We'll just forget that remark. Anyway, where was I going with that? Oh, I have one sister, not that you give a damn, but I had one sister, and she's gone now, but she and I were very close, and I know she's controlling her family from up above, and they have she had 4 children, she and her husband, and where are they? Are you all, where are the 4? Stand up, stand up, stand up. There's the 4. That's the matriarch, and that's the middle guy. And where is she? Oh, there she is. That's the baby is the gray-haired guy over there. Anyway, what I wanted to say is all 4 of her children showed up at my name, yes. And not only that, but all their children. Stand up, all you children. All you oars. Yeah, stand up. Stand up. Is that not great? Is that not great? Now, I could go on and tell you a lot of great things about all these people, but I do want to bring just 3 things on. One, there's 2 daughters. One is named Sidney and one is named McKenna. I didn't have anything to do with it, but I did appreciate it. Must be another granddaughter over there. And then we had one celebrity, and that's that lady over there in the corner. She was with the Phantom of the Opera for about 10, 12 years. And I asked her if she would sing one song We used to go to the Phantom of the Opera on Broadway all the time. She would take us in and introduce us to the Phantom and all those other people. And there's only one song I like, and I asked her if she'd sing it. I mean, I didn't give a damn about the rest of the songs. She was one of the stars. So anyway, Terry's going to sing one of the ladies.
So Bud asked me to sing, and he's like, we've talked back and forth a few times. And so a few days ago he says, so what are you going to sing, Terry? And I said, well, I'm thinking about this, and I'm thinking about this. He goes, I don't want those. I don't like those songs. I only want All I Ask of You from Phantom of the Opera. I'm like, okay, well then just say it. So this is All I Ask of You from Phantom of the Opera. Now, here's another disclaimer here. So this is a duet, but there is no duet karaoke form. So I'm singing both parts. So just bear with, we're going to get the levels here for a second again, so we don't blow you away. Long, quiet intro. Is it in the right key? This has been our challenge from the beginning, is for me to mix into his system. So. Yeah, it was perfect earlier, so I'm not sure what's going on here. Just bear with another minute and see if we can figure it out.
We're here for it.
Yeah, we're not going anywhere. Well, this could solve itself, and we could have no song here.
We couldn't be here till the 91st.
Not too loud. No more talk of darkness. Forget these wide-eyed fears. I'm here. Nothing can harm you. My words will warm and calm you. Let me be your freedom. Let daylight dry your tears. I'm here with you, beside you, to guard you and to guide you. Then say you'll love me every waking moment. Turn my head with talk of summertime. Say you'll leave me with you
brought tears to me. Well, thank you for sitting here from Broadway. That was, thank you, Terry. Terry came out just a little bit soon because I introduced my sister's family, and I was going to introduce my own family. I have 5 children. And with Karen, we have 8 children. Will they stand up, just our children? We're missing one. One is ill, we couldn't make it tonight. But we have 7 there, and they're all over there. Where is the matriarch?
Right here.
Oh, right in the middle. That's Janet. Kelly's the second oldest. Then we have Jamie, she's our investment person. Where is she? There she is. And then we have Megan. Megan is right there. And Sean is somewhere. Sean's right there. Okay. Sean is there. And then we have David. Where's David? Where's David? David's over here. Where's David? Oh, David's hiding. David, stand up. And we have Ange. Where's Ange? Where? Ange is over there. Okay, thank you. And we have, who do we have left? Oh, we have Danny. Danny was a gesticulate. He can't make it. Anyway, I want all the McKenna's and the Orrs and the Higgendorn to stand up. I just want to give you an idea of the family we have here supporting us. Would you all stand up, grandkids and wives and husbands? How can you go wrong when you have so much family? Is that great? I got to get out of here. Karen give me dirty looks over here. I've extended my welcome, I think. I just have one other thing I want to mention. I mentioned, old-time friends. Well, I have 3 of them, and one of them is not here tonight. Apparently his airplane canceled on him. His hotel didn't have any more rooms, and he lost his car, so he's not here. But we got 2 guys, Paul Stone. Stand up, Paul. And Gary O'Connor. Where's Gary? Stand up, Paul. Paul, stand up. Gary, get out there. We're next to Paul. Just stand next to Paul. That's good. Now these are old men like me. Paul's, we're going to tell age. I'm 90. I'm not going to let these guys slide. Paul's 88 and Gary's 86. He'll lie. He'll say 85. Anyway, I want to let you know, Paul and I started out, he was running his business, I was running my business. We didn't have any money, but we were raising kids, and we decided we wanted to get a boat. So we went together, and somehow we got $3,000 a piece. Where the hell that came from, I don't know. But we bought a boat for about $6,000, a steel boat, and we liked it. We started boating on the Mississippi, so we liked it an awful lot. So the next year, his family would take 1 weekend, my family would take another weekend. So the next year, we got a different boat. I think we had $5,000 or $10,000 in the next one. We didn't have any money. We were almost, we just didn't have any money. We were building businesses. So we ran that boat for 2 or 3 years on the Mississippi. And then we decided that we wanted our own boat. So he got his boat, I got mine. But in all those years, we boated together in the Mississippi. His family, my family, all my kids and his kids. And so then Paul and I started the Great Circle. I don't know if any of you are familiar with the Great Circle if you're not a boater. But it's when you take your boat down the Mississippi. We started at Dubuque, down through Mobile, across the Gulf of Mexico, across Florida, up the East Coast, through the Hudson Canal, Erie Canal, over a couple lakes, and then back across Canada for about 300 miles, and then down into one of the Great Lakes, and then back to Dubuque. But that was about 7,500 miles. We didn't do it just in one trip. We took different sections. So Paul and I started out. He and I took the first section. I think Gary took another, and then we optioned, my sister and her husband. But then, where was I going with this? I don't know. Paul and I both attended the University of Iowa. Paul, we both went into flight training in the Navy. He continued flying afterwards until he walked away from 3 crashes, and he decided he shouldn't fly anymore. I never did flying after that. But anyway, so Paul is only, I've known Paul 60, 65 years, and he only lives 5 miles away from me now.
69.
69 years. Now, we got Gary. Gary went on some of the Great Circle sections too, but one day, this is when I was working, he called me at my office. He said, McKenna, he said, I just met a girl. He said, I'd like your opinion on what she's like. And I said, okay, when am I going to get the opportunity to meet her? And he said, anytime you want, she worked for you. And I said, oh, okay. So, so happened she worked in our art department. And he said, no, I don't want you to go back and introduce yourself. I don't want you to do anything. Just I want you to look at her, stare at her, and call me back. So I went back. I knew right away, there was about 35 people in her department. I knew right away by how he explained how she looked. I knew who it was, so I just took a chair behind her and stared at her for 10 minutes. Then I talked to several other people who knew her. Then I called Gary. I said, Gary, you're not going to get anyone better than this. She's too good for you. You better marry her. So he did. He married her. One other little story, and I'll be out of here. Gary and I, we used to take our boat down every fall down to Fort Myers Beach and bring it back up to the Great Lakes in the spring. Well, we already had it down and we were going to bring it up. So Gary came down to help Karen and I get the boat back. So we were on the boat maybe for 2 or 3 days. Karen was cooking, so we went across the Gulf. We got into Panama City, and I said, let's go, let's fill up the boat with diesel and water and go ashore and eat. Karen have a night off, so the 3 of us went into this restaurant. And after a while, Gary said, McKenna, you are a lot of fun. You're not drinking, you're not talking, you're not looking at anything, you're just not doing anything, you're not eating. And I said, I've got things on my mind here. I'm considering something. Anyway, we went back to the boat about 10:30. Gary went downstairs, went to bed. I think I got one knee, maybe 2 knees. I can't do this. I said, Karen, would you like to boat, golf, fish the rest of your life? She said, well, I'm boating all the time now. I'd like to learn how to golf and fish. Yeah. So I yelled down to Gary, and he came up in his underwear. He said, what the hell's going on? I'm afraid I'm sleeping. What are you doing? I said, Karen and I are getting married. He's, oh my God. So he went back down, got dressed, came up. We started drinking, and we started calling all of our kids. I don't know if I got a hold of everyone or Karen got a hold of it, but that was our attempt. Anyway, so that was Gary's part of this. I've known Gary for 55, 60 years too. And all of us have boated on the Mississippi for years, all the family and wives and so forth. Anyway, the last thing I got to say, and I don't know if I can make it. I'd be remiss if I didn't. I've got to tell you about this lady. About 6 months ago, she said, McKenna. And when she calls me McKenna, I straighten up. I say, yes, ma'am. She says, your kids gave you a surprise birthday on your 70th. They gave you a surprise birthday on your 80th. Damn well. No, she didn't use damn. She said, well, they're going to give you a birthday on your 90th. Now, you don't like surprise. You want to be in charge. You want them to. I said, I'd like to be in charge. I haven't done a damn thing for this party. I want you to know. Karen has done everything. Karen has done everything. She's got the date. She made the list of who's coming. She made up the invitations. She found out who drinks wine, who drinks scotch, who drinks all that stuff. All of that. I had nothing to do with it. Nothing. I just watched Fox. So she said, I got to get out of here. I want you to know, next to my 5 children, the best thing ever happened right here. We're going to start the dance. Karen, don't you go away. We're going to start a slow dance. We'd like you to get out on the floor. Bev, you've been out on the floor all night. You got to come out too. All right, Diana, you can do it. All right, Karen and I are going to start. But we don't want you to come up. We're not dancing by ourselves. I don't want to dance by myself. Come on, Brenda. Come on. No, go get another drink.
I can't remember when you weren't there, when I didn't care for anyone but you.